This video is going to be your guide to living in Greenville, South Carolina. That way, if you're thinking about making a purchase in this area, you should have the extensive overview of what's going on in Greenville, what you should look out for, not only the good, but also the bad. If you're already living in Greenville or have lived here, I really encourage you to chime in the comments and let me know what I got right and what you think I might have missed. Before we get into the good and bad of Greenville, let me describe the basics for you. Greenville is located in the northwest corner of the state, commonly called the upstate in South Carolina. The city of Greenville has a population just over 74,000, making it the 6th largest city in South Carolina, but the metro area is almost 1 million, making Greenville the largest metro area in the state and the 57th largest in the United States. Greenville is in the center of the upstate region of South Carolina, creating one of the largest urban centers in the Deep South. Numerous large companies are located within the city, such as Michelin, Prisma Health, Bon Secours, BMW, GE, Bosch, Samsung, Lockheed Martin, and Duke Energy. Greenville County Schools is one of the largest employers and the largest school district in South Carolina. Having seen rapid development over the past 2 decades, Greenville also has received many accolades and awards. Greenville also shows some of its quirkier side with some awards such as the 7th most breweries in the US or the 5th best city for cycling. There are a lot of more awards, magazine features, internet articles, and social media posts about the amazing qualities of Greenville. In addition to being the largest city in the area, Greenville stands apart from the rest of the upstate in 2 big ways, and those will be our first 2 pros. Number 1 is that Greenville, South Carolina is the economic engine of the upstate. The economic impact of Greenville spills over into all the cities and towns surrounding it as far as North Carolina and as far west as Georgia. The city, the county, and other organizations like the Greenville Area Development Corporation and the Chamber of Commerce have worked tirelessly to bring business opportunities to this area. Jobs have helped keep unemployment low. Greenville has been under the national average for a long time and is currently at 4.2%, just slightly under the national average. This looks like it will continue, with all signs pointing to companies, large and small, viewing Greenville as a great place to start or expand their business. Some of my clients move here with the small business bringing their business here. This year, 2025, BMW opened a new battery production facility, and GE Vernova just announced a $160 million expansion of their facilities here, bringing another 650 jobs. The second pro, and the other way that Greenville sets itself apart from other cities, is with its revitalized downtown. When I was growing up in Greenville, downtown was not a place you wanted to visit after dark. The city had begun to focus on improvement, but it took until the 90s to see real change. During the 90s, Greenville added the Peace Center and the Bon Secours Wellness Arena, initially built as the Bilo Center. These, along with work in the West End and on the Poinsett hotels, started to mark downtown Greenville into what it became today. Now, the city hosts more than 250 events in downtown Greenville of all sizes. Let's look a little into a few of the big draws of downtown Greenville. Falls Park is the obvious first choice here. This park has been featured in too many articles to mention. I would bet more than 50% of the pictures used to reference Greenville online include or focus on Falls Park and the Liberty Bridge. This 36-acre park makes the most of its natural features with waterfalls, terraced flowers on display, and a unique topography and landscape that encourages exploration and lots of picture taking. The park is often host to events like Shakespeare in the Park, now known as the Upstate Shakespeare Festival, and is in its 29th year. This event has grown with age and is now Thursday to Saturday at 7 p.m. This year's shows were King Lear and the Two Gentlemen of Verona. Shows are free and picnics are really encouraged. You can check out the Falls Park website for many more events held all year long. Another mainstay downtown is the Peace Center, which I mentioned earlier, and it is an entertainment and cultural hub for not only Greenville, but the greater upstate as a whole. From Broadway shows to classical concerts and more, the Peace Center hosts events in a 2,100-seat concert hall, a 400-seat theater, and a 1,200-seat amphitheater. The complex includes several other smaller spaces that often host workshops and are available for meetings and events. If you're looking for more sports and bigger shows, you can check out Fluor Field and Bon Secours Wellness Arena. The Greenville Drive play at Fluor Field and are a farm team for the Boston Red Sox and have been in the West End of Greenville since 2005. The Drive also play host to events and concerts throughout the year. The Wellness Arena is home to the Swamp Rabbits, Greenville's minor league hockey team, and affiliates of the Los Angeles Kings. Both sports teams have done a good job of focusing on their fans and offer a lot more than just seats in a stadium. Another big draw for kids of all ages and those of all ages is at the new Unity Park, which is open downtown in 2022. It's 60 acres with 2.5 miles of walking paths, wide open green spaces, and large playgrounds. There's a splash pad that's open from May 1st to October 15th unless it's raining. The new large event space and picnic shelters can be rented through the Greenville Rec website. I can't speak about the big draws to downtown without mentioning food. There are so many restaurant choices in downtown Greenville. There are many longtime favorites from big names in the Greenville culinary scene, such as Carl Sabinski and the Table 301 group, that include his original restaurant Sobeys, Nosedive, a gastropub, the Lazy Goat, and more. Mark and Larkin Hammond's restaurants include Larkin's, Grill Marks, Limoncello, and more. You can find signature places to eat that are multi-state, such as Hall's Chop House and Tupelo Honey. There are unique, one-of-a-kind places like Trio, which is a brick oven cafe with delicious pizza and other choices. There are new places to eat in downtown Greenville all the time, like the newer Juniper, Sambara Pop Dim Sum Diner, and Scoundrel, a fine dining edition from Chef Joe Cash. Greenville's location can be a great pro or con. In the southern United States, Greenville has easy access to much of the East Coast. In the upstate of South Carolina, it's closer to the mountains than the beach, but within easy reach of each. You can be parked on a beach in Hilton Head or the Isle of Palms in less than 4 hours, or in under an hour, you can be in the mountains seated near a gorgeous waterfall. Being in South Carolina, you can expect a political atmosphere that leans right. But being a city that draws new residents from all across the country, Greenville is a melting pot. Greenville's location is a big influence on weather as well. Greenville has warm or hot summers and mild winters. We don't get a lot of snow, averaging 3 to 5 inches a year, but we've had about ½ an inch total in the last 4 years. Greenville has a great geographic location for natural disasters. Other than our recent mishap with Hurricane Helene, we avoid most natural disasters. Gardening is really a pleasure here. Tomatoes are especially tasty homegrown, and we have them in our garden every year. Of course, mentioning location, your location within or around Greenville will make a big difference in your day-to-day life here. There are many old historic neighborhoods and many newer, trendier neighborhoods in areas all around town. If you're choosing to live downtown, you're going to usually find higher prices, good-sized lots with mature landscaping, and established traffic patterns for school, work, and play. If you're going to travel for work or just like to visit new places, Greenville can be a great choice for a mid-sized city. Our airport, a big pro to me, is the Greenville-Spartanburg International Airport, or GSP, located between Greenville and Spartanburg in Greer, South Carolina. When only Legacy Airlines were flying to GSP, it was a more expensive airport for most flyers, but several years back, smaller airlines like Allegiant and Southwest have added flights and prices have come down significantly. It is now a great choice to fly for residents. Some do choose Atlanta or Charlotte for some flights where they can save more, but for convenience, GSP is amazing. If you take small executive jets or like to fly recreationally, GMU or the Greenville Downtown Airport is a great facility and has a wonderful park. It's a very busy airport for its size, so you can watch planes coming and going. My son Sterling, who's training to be a pilot soon, loves to fly from GMU. If you're considering living in Greenville, South Carolina, let's touch on a couple items you'll want to know more about, and both are pros for Greenville. Medical care and schools both have great systems available here. Greenville County schools cover the entire county and many are highly rated. Greenville County is school choice and offers magnet schools, charter schools, and other non-standard options. Having 6 kids, we've had children attend many local schools as well as homeschooled. There are some great homeschool co-ops available as well as private schools that have a long-standing presence in the upstate. Like the school system, Greenville has some great medical options for residents. Covered by Prisma Health Systems in Bon Secours, St. Francis, Greenville has major medical systems spread over the area as well as smaller medical offices for more specialized care. As you extend from Greenville, Spartanburg Regional and AnMed and Anderson offer more coverage. We've got a few more pros and cons to cover, but first let's take a glimpse into the homes of Greenville. This 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath home just sold in Alta Vista for $2.5 million. This lovely Tudor style home was built in 1960 and has a spacious 4,000 square feet. Furthermore, it's just a couple blocks from the Swamp Rabbit Trail and very close to downtown. Further out, this 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath home sold in Sugar Creek for $720,000. It was built in 1997 and offers 3,100 square feet on 1/3 of an acre. In Simpsonville, the most moved to suburb in Greenville right now, this 4-bed, 3-bath home sold for $425,000 and was built in 2016. It's not always the case, but as you can see from these homes, the further you get from downtown Greenville, the more affordable homes can often be. Housing costs could be considered a pro or a con depending on where you're moving from on your way to Greenville. If you're coming from the dense Northeast metros or California, for example, you'll find housing to be one of the many ways you can save on your budget. If you're coming from a small town in the Midwest or more rural areas, you may find that housing prices have gone up a lot recently in Greenville, and that makes housing more expensive for some folks moving to the area. Either way, you're likely to find property taxes to be lower here, as almost everyone I speak to does. These homes I just mentioned have property taxes that range $1,600 to $8,000 a year in prior years. Expect those to edge up slightly each year, of course. A pro for everyone living in Greenville is that Greenville is a pretty safe city in most places. If you look at statistics sites, you'll find them reporting Greenville as unsafe to very safe. Most polls of residents report that people feel safe in Greenville. For example, 88% of those polled reported feeling pretty safe or very safe in a recent poll about Greenville. Before my last two pros, let's talk about a couple cons of living in Greenville, South Carolina. The first is the roads. South Carolina has recently raised gas tax to help address this, but I find that our roads are generally in need of more upkeep. Some issues have been resolved, like the recent reworking of the I-85, I-385 interchange, but the upstate still needs more road work. There's repaving areas that are showing alligatoring or wear and tear. Sometimes that includes a widening of road like Ashmore Bridge Road in Malden, which I believe should go to 4 lanes sooner than later. My next con for the area is allergies. If you have bad allergies, Greenville could be hard on you. I know because I fall into that category. I take allergy meds all spring every year, as well as local honey to help my runny nose and itchy eyes that I get in the spring every year. Some people here get fall allergies when different allergens are in the air, but they're not as strong and prevalent as spring when pollen can leave a yellow coat on everything for a couple weeks. My final two pros are the economy and the people in Greenville. When you come to visit, I encourage you to take time to speak to people around you as you look at the city. Walking in the park or when you go out to eat, just ask the person beside you how long they lived here and what they think of the area. You'll meet people born and raised here, and I am sure that you'll find people that moved here for the same reasons that you're considering Greenville. The economy is one of those factors, and my final pro. Business is booming in Greenville and the surrounding upstate of South Carolina. The counties here all have economic development boards that are reaching out to businesses and encouraging to expand, move, or begin here. Greenville has been a large driver of economic growth in South Carolina, and it looks like that will continue. This is wrapping up the pros and cons of living in Greenville, South Carolina. If you're from Greenville or living here now, please leave us a comment and let people know what you like the most about Greenville or what you wish you knew before you moved here. If you're considering buying and you have some questions, just reach out, give us a call or shoot us a text. All my information is in the description below, and if you want some free guides, they're there as well. Until then, I look forward to showing you around town, and I'll see you in Falls Park.